Hi guys, Jason from Trojan Photography here, and today I'm going to go through a tutorial on how to remove haze, fog and unwanted smoke from a picture. So let's get started. We'll go into Lightroom, and this is the picture I've got. It's from a drift event at Sydney Motorsport Park. I was taking photos, and anyone who's been to a drift event would know one of the biggest problems with taking photos is you've got a lot of smoke from all the tyres and stuff, and it'll get in front of the picture and you'll come up with a picture like this. It's a lot more dull, there's no real punch, there's no real pop in it. And so it's the same when you're shooting landscapes and stuff. Depending on the conditions, some mornings might be a bit foggy or it might be a bit hazy and you've got no punch or pop in the picture. So I'm going to show you how to remove that and give a bit more pop, a bit more feel, punch to the image. So this is the image. You can look at it, it is nice and sharp. Use panning. You can look on my YouTube page and you'll find a tutorial on how to do panning. So let's get into it. First of all, this is a raw image. You can do it with JPEG images, but it's not going to be as good. Your results aren't going to be as good because the raw images just have more data. So let's get into it. So first thing I like to do, enable profile correction, just sort of so that the little thing doesn't really matter, but it's what I like to do. So we go over to the contrast over here, click it, drag it to the right a bit, and get a little bit more. You can see those reds are coming through. It comes through really nice on the Canons I found. So next we're going to bring down the highlights. So up here you've got your histogram, and if you we'll zoom in, you can see this little red spot. That's because I've got the highlight warnings on. So hide highlight clippings. So you can just tell if something's too dark or like if something's pure black or pure white. So right now, right here, that is pure white. You can see that because that's on and it's red. We want to remove that. So we'll bring the highlights down a little bit. Just a bit, about there. Still a bit there, but it's brought it down. See, brought it down and it's brought it a little bit back here. The shadows we're going to leave, we'll go down to clarity. Now clarity is one of the biggest things in this, so we'll punch it up a bit and look at that, it's come back. You can go all the way up, but I just don't like it. Some people like it, you can go with it. It's a bit more of a HDR feel or effect. So maybe about 40. You can always come over, I like to come over to the history bar over here, go on, so that's without clarity. That's what the clarity's done, it's brought a lot more punch into it, a lot more pop. So we come back up, bring the blacks down a little bit, the whites, we want to bring the whites back. That's brought, see that's just got a little bit of clipping, that's alright. The shadows, you can slide it a bit back and forward and you see the effect. That's what I like with the Lightroom. Go all the way down, it's nice, that's a bit too, see. You can sort of work it out off the 0 mark where you want to go. So we're going to bring into the negative numbers a bit more punch. Okay, now we'll come down to vibrance and saturation. So we'll bring the vibrance up a little bit, and you can just see if we go to the history, go without, with, it's just that little bit extra in there, and I like that, so that's nice. Okay, so we'll look closely at it, and you can see by doing this, we go from the original back, we've just got a little bit of grain here. If you want to remove that, come down, go to noise reduction, luminance, we'll just bring that up a little bit, about 30 seems like, around 30, 25 seems like a good number, and that's it. So it's that simple, guys. So this is what we started with. It's very dull, there's not much punch or pop in it, it's very faded sort of because you've got that smoke screen sort of in front of you, and that's what we've got. So it's brought it out a lot more. I'll tell you what we're going to do, we're going to touch the temperature a little bit. I want to make it a little bit warmer, so a little bit, oh that's probably too much. Control Z will undo what you've done, a little bit yellow, maybe red, touch of red, no, too much. Okay, so that's it, I'm happy with that. So before, after, It's nice. We've got that punch back, really nice punchy at the front. Clouds of smoke really have some nice definition in it. We've got that nice panning effect. And so guys, you can apply that into landscapes or really any of your photos where you've got a bit of haze, a bit of fog in there. Remember, go through that process. The clarity bar is sort of your best friend in this, and that's what's really going to get you the results. You can play around with the highlights and shadows to really bring it up, bring that pop up, and that's how it's done, guys. So thank you. You can check me out on trojanphotography.com, on Facebook, facebook.com/trojanphotography, and don't forget to subscribe below. There'll be a lot more tutorials, unboxings and reviews coming out soon. Thanks guys.